Good afternoon, everyone. It's Monday the 9th. Wanted to give you an update what's going on across the Pacific. We're still stuck in that La Nina type pattern. High pressure is spinning around the northeastern Pacific, bringing storms out of the Westpac area into the Gulf of Alaska and then right down along our coast. That high pressure would just spread a little bit more to the east. We'd have clear weather. We'd see some ground swell. But right now it looks like we're going to be plagued with wind and weather problems for a while. Wanted to show you what's going on with the models today. This is what's happening right now. I'd like to first start off by talking about the pattern that we're stuck in. This is a view of the jet stream. You can see it in blue, riding up high into the Gulf of Alaska. You can see the position of where Southern California is relative to that. The clear black area in the center, that's a high pressure ridge. That's pushing up from the south. And that's putting in this blocking pattern. High pressure spins clockwise, so the storms that are coming in through the jet stream from the western Pacific area are riding high up into the jet stream, high up into the Gulf. And then that jet stream is dumping down over Southern California. As we watch this move in over time, we can see that that high pressure ridge wants to remain in place. Not too bad looking here out about 24 hours or so, looking at tomorrow. Then when we start looking out a little bit farther, we're looking at Wednesday here in this model. You can see that high pressure is still pushing that ridge far to the north, and that jet stream, though, still wants to dump over our area. And then things start getting interesting. We can see that the high pressure ridge then wants to build even more, becoming stronger, pushing that jet stream high up into the Gulf. Then we're taking a look at low pressure that would be butting up against it and causing some very strong gradients that would be causing even more wind swell and winds to be headed our way. In this particular model, I wanted to show you that's going to be something coming down for the weekend. We'll get to that in just a second. Taking a quick rewind on the models, this is now looking at the WAM, so we're looking at wave analysis here. This is the current analysis going on today on Monday the 9th. You can see there's a lot of activity brewing around the western Pacific, Bering Sea, Aleutian Chain area. There's even some stuff over there in the Gulf of Alaska, and that's following that clockwise spin that that high pressure ridging in the middle of the Pacific is doing. And so that's going to start bringing storms. You can see they're going up high into the Gulf of Alaska, coming down along our coast. That's mostly wind swell that you see right along the California coast. And then look at this guy here. This is a fetch with 30-foot seas. That's expected to form here just the next 48 hours. That swell would then progress down our coast. Wouldn't quite make it to Southern California, but should still bump up surf some around Thursday. Unfortunately, that looks like it would probably have some stormy conditions with it. Then as the models continue, we can see there's even more activity starting to form. Stuff that'd be coming out of the western Pacific, stuff that's once again high up in the Aleutian Chain, following that clockwise spin of that high pressure system, pushing more stuff into this train of circular motion, a constant spin of storms being thrown out of that western Pacific region, high up into the Gulf, and once again down our coast. This pattern doesn't seem to want to let up. Here we're looking at even 144 hours, and still we can see that clockwise spin going on, and looking out even farther on the long range. This is looking toward more of the weekend, kind of late in the weekend toward President's Day. We could be seeing some heavy wind swell fetch finally make it down our coast. But when that happens too, the storm would be so close, we're not looking at pretty conditions. So that's it in a nutshell. Hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but it doesn't look like we're really going to see a whole lot of anything good for a little while. A lot of wind swell headed our way. Each one of those systems coming too close to our coast, bringing, of course, wind and rain along with it. If that high pressure ridge could just progress a little bit more toward the east, then we'd have high pressure over our area. We'd have sunnier skies. In the meantime, it looks like we're going to get some much needed rain to help out with the drought conditions. Almost every day in the forecast has rain associated with it, at least over the next 7 days. Little spots of clear weather here and there, but nothing significant. And of course, from all this rain, we're looking at bacteria levels increasing from runoff. Just not looking pretty for the near term. But I'll be keeping an eye on everything, and you can always check out all the details, the ETAs, wind, weather, tide, and more at my SoCal Surf Report at wesand.com.